All right, guys. Um, that quote I just dropped in the room is gold. Um, Change is meant to rip you apart. It's meant to rip up your roots of who you've been, so that can deepen within the soil and create something new. That's what change is meant to do. It's not meant to be nice, sweet, kind, and coddling. It's not. And I've met at this point 1,000 people, and the vast majority want to be coddled over the last 3.5 years. I'm just watching it. I'm listening to people. Some want to pitch easier opportunities to me, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay, yeah, easy as compared to what? You don't understand my personal mission. My personal mission is to warn people that, hey, trouble is coming. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what it's like to see trouble in your visions in your sleep for years? And then you come out to tell people, hey, there's trouble, and they're still asleep. That's what my experience has been like. I mean, you're talking about a pride swallowing siege of trying to make people believe in the simplicity of self, to try to make people believe that, yes, it can be done. Yes, you are the one for the job, because people have told themselves for so long that they're not the one for the job. When I went to the NFL host committee meeting, some folks knew my name. I had no clue, even knew my name, just to be honest with you. Some pretty important people. But it's only because I'm really doing the work. I'm not just talking about doing the work. It's only because I get myself involved. I notice a lot of people wanted to meet me, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't always want to meet people. I don't. That's not, being a promoter doesn't mean, ooh, I want to do it. No, it doesn't. It means I'm tired right now. I don't want to physically, but I have to make myself, because there's some rooms you get invited in, you do not say no. You do not say no. You dare say no. And we get so used to doing that over and over and over again until really we drown out the sound of the music. And we can't hear. We can't hear the goodness. We can't see the goodness. We can't feel the goodness. And therefore, we fear what the uprooting process feels like. Can't you see it? Can't you see it? 3.5 years ago, people didn't heed what I was saying, that there was going to be an uprooting. There's going to be a shift. There was going to be a manifestation. I'm Paul Revere, except the British are here. I'm Chicken Little, except it's already raining. The sky is already falling. And now that Olympus has fallen, people run around and they run in panic. And it bothers me. It bothers me when people who I know I went to say, hey, look, you're going to have to do something bigger and better. And then they come to me for resources. I'm like, are you serious? Where's your pride? Where is your sense of self-worth? Where is your sense of dignity? Where is your sense of making it happen on your own? You have to. It's not just a shift in your reality. That's where we are. We all exist in our own little bubble, and we think it's a shift in just our reality. No, it's a shift in everyone's reality. COVID is still real. Hello? When I'm going to Africa, I'm risking that. Every time I jump on a plane, I'm risking that. You've seen me risk it. Your life's not more valuable than mine. But yet I'm still going. I'm going because change requires courage. Ajaya went to London. She's now complaining that she caught COVID. That's what happens. I mean, it happens. But you need to understand she's going to be okay. Dr. Breakthrough went through a rough cycle of COVID, yet he doesn't let it stop him. So what does he do? He prepares his body. But yet I tell you, prepare your body, and what do you do? Oh, he's trying to sell. Nope. I'm trying to keep you healthy, baby. I don't need another dollar from any other human being. If I never get another dollar from another human being, I think I'm going to be okay. That's the real truth of my life. But yet I sit here and I put the time in that a lot of folks refuse to do. We refuse to discipline ourselves. So go right ahead, play the holiday game, right? Go ahead and enjoy your holiday. You're going to do it anyway. And, vacate your mind. I was talking to a travel lady yesterday. We're talking about the difference between vacationing and traveling. She said a vacation is when you vacate the mind. Traveling is when you go in to take in the food, the culture, and you tour around. She's right. But unfortunately, we got too many people taking mental vacations in life, and then they want the best out of life. It doesn't make sense. The Bible says, whatsoever a man sows, that may he also reap. So all those seeds you've been planting, the chickens are coming home to roost at some point. Maybe they don't come home to roost now. Go to TJ Maxx, go to Target, shop around. Don't think about reciprocity. Don't think about who's going to show up for your funeral. Don't think about money that you are supposed to be putting into the community. I'm only warning you of what's coming. That's all I'm doing, right? It's real simple stuff. This is not really that complicated. And yes, that does mean you. If you can hear this, it means you. And my approach to all of this is real simple. I don't even like talking to you about it. But guess what? My approach is, if I were going to lose my breath tonight, if I say I love you, aren't I supposed to warn you? A father that doesn't discipline his kids is not much of a father. I don't like to see my kids cry or be disappointed either. I'm like any father. I don't like to see my wife's feelings hurt either. But aren't I supposed to warn her if danger is on the way? And I know that danger is on the way. If I can see these signs, my job is to warn you. If you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. One thing I found in my life, though, is for the things that I tell you, if you don't listen, man, you still fall by the sword. So here's the thing. What Denzel said is 100% the theory that I use. When I say things like, I double my rate of failure, I double my rate of process too. I double my rate of inflicted pain. Please do not call me with pain you inflicted on yourself because you chose not to do something, and then I'm supposed to go through the pain that I go through to stretch myself out just like you were supposed to. And yet I also have to deal with your struggle too. That, my friend, is something that I would call not fair. And I do have a giver's heart. I've got a lion spirit. And just as much as that was therapy for you, this is therapy for me. God was showing me, Brian, times are going to get so bad that even if you wanted to help people, you're not going to be able to. So this is simply a manifestation of what you do when you cannot help them find their way, when you cannot help them get to a better place in time before the walls come tumbling down upon them. I'm telling you right now, if you heighten your frequency of change and you heighten the embarrassment that you feel when you make a phone call, if you make yourself go through every single one of those challenges and experiences, you're going to come out of it on the other side whole, complete, and a champion. And your finances will increase because you weren't fearful. It's going to be okay. But it's also going to hurt. It's going to create stress in the beginning until you get good at it. But once you get good at it, you're going to have a skill that you're going to be able to keep in your life at will for the rest of your living days. I'm grateful that I went. It's like every time, I'm just going to give you some game. Every time I get up and I'm like really tired. I was tired this morning. I was just like, yeah, I don't really. Thank you, Zykia, for holding a breakfast seat for me. That's pretty cool. I didn't even have to pay for it. And I'm sitting there And I met and retouched 5 hands today that were meant for me to touch. They were meant for me to touch. And I know it without a shadow of a doubt that if I would have stayed at home, yes, I would have got my rest, but I would not have shifted the world or impacted the universe, not one iota. We have to stop being undisciplined, locate the discipline that we need, and go get it done. I love you guys to life, I really do. But the season for waiting for somebody else to get it done for you is over. Figure it out yourself. You're given the tools, you're giving the resources, they're right in front of you. You can read just like someone else reads. You can work through it just like everyone else works through it. You got to overcome and persevere. You have to. Because really, it's about to get ugly in the next 6 to 7 months. And it's going to hit everybody's finances if you're not prepared and you're not getting ready right now. God bless.